Welcome, beautiful people.
What's up, guys?
Welcome once again to another episode of Cooking with Nino. Now, today I want to tell you something that, I bring you guys some really good recipes over the years, but from time to time I like to introduce you to different items to ensure you build your equipment in your kitchen and your utensils that you're going to do an amazing job when it comes to cooking. So today what I've got here, I've got a box of Henkel. I got my box of Henkel knives. I actually got this off of Amazon, so I'm about to unbox this for you and see all the little ins and outs that we've got here. Now let's just pull this puppy out.
And this video is not sponsored, guys.
No sponsorship here. All right, so we're just gonna take out, and this I think is a harness that is self-sharpening. I think this just sharpens your knives as you insert them and you take them out. Pull that out of the box. As you can see, it's actually positioned on an angle. This way you can get access to all your various knives. And they've got several compartments, as you can see here. Like a shear, you've got a utility knives, a parer, chef's knife, and a santoku knife, as well as a bread knife. All right, I think somewhere down in here we should have all the knives. Let's just see what we got here. So I'm just unboxing my knives here. It's just a little bit of, my goodness, they packed this thing like it's going on a space flight. All right, so we're just gonna take them out one by one. And we've got our shear. You can use that to cut any little thing that you want. Just
cut those chicken bones.
Oh yeah, just put them in there. So this is a Henkel set. Okay, it's a German-made company. These blades are absolutely phenomenal. The knives, as you can see, they're triple rivet. Okay, these handles on these knives are meant to be hand washed, so they can be put in the dishwasher. However, it's preferred to hand wash them to keep the longevity of the knives. Very smooth, very silky blades, always sharp. Simply because once you insert them into the holder, there's a sharpener that's attached to it that will sharpen the blade each time and put a nice edge on the blade each time you use them. Okay, but as you look at this entire set, there's basically only about 3 knives that you need in here in order to be an excellent home cook, and it can do everything that you would like it to do. One of them is the chef knife. Okay, so you will definitely need to have a chef knife. You will need to have a serrated edge knife, which in this case, same made with the triple rivets, okay? But it's got a serrated edge.
And what do you use that for?
Now, this is good for cutting bread. Now, anything that you have that has a hard outer texture and you want to retain the soft inner texture, for example, if you're cutting a tomato, this is perfect for cutting a tomato. If you're cutting bread, absolutely perfect. It will cut through the thick outer texture and it will allow it to slide right through the soft inner texture. And as you can see, it's a very saw-like edge on the bottom. Okay, the other one that you're going to need is a paring knife. So the paring knife itself is good for doing a lot of small items. You're removing the stems out of a tomato or a strawberry. This is perfect. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be using a chef knife, to be doing those big jobs like removing stems from a tomato, because this can be very, very dangerous if not held properly. So if you use a smaller knife, you have much better control. So all you really need are these 3, plus on top of that, what you can do is you could use a boning knife. Now this is from another set of Henkel that I have, but you can also use a boning knife. And as you can see, you can use this to cut through small edges, like if you're trimming a chicken or you're cutting parts off a chicken. This is perfect. It's good for filleting a fish. As you can see the way it's shaped, very thin, very narrow. It can get under the skin. It can fillet the fish very easily. All right. And I got a special boning knife for you, because this one is one that I purchased. This is a Japanese company, and it's called a Black Hawk. It's a Black Hawk. I purchased this when I was going fishing, and I know I'm going to need a knife to do a great job when it comes to filleting my fish. So as you can tell, this is still in the package. I haven't taken this out yet, but this as well, it is a boning knife, but it's a much longer boning knife. So once I get my fish, if I go fishing, I can use this to remove the head. I can use this to remove the skin. All I do is when I'm removing the skin, I insert the knife under the skin and I just tilt it on an angle and just slide the skin, and the whole thing will slide off. And you end up with just the fillet of your fish. So I've got two other knives here that I want to introduce you to. Once again, it's another smaller version of the Santoku. Okay, and the purpose of this knife itself is with these little indentations on the side of it, nothing can really stick to it. So if you cut through something, it won't stick to the knife. That's the purpose of the indentations you see on there. And then I've got my meat cleaver. Okay, this is my meat cleaver for hard, heavy duty stuff. Anything you want to do that's heavy duty, you need to have a meat cleaver. And let me tell you, these knives, they're very sharp. I keep my knives very sharp. It's very important to always use sharp knives. If you start using a dull knife, it's a good chance of you getting hurt, the knife slipping, and so on and so forth. The other thing I want to introduce you to are the 6 steak knives that I have here on the bottom. And they all have a nice little serrated edge. They're all triple riveted. Okay, lovely handle for gripping. And let me tell you, that serrated edge can just rip through your steak. It's a lovely tool to use. So you're gonna have a nice steak. You want to cook a nice steak, you better have a nice knife to eat it with. So of all the knives that I've introduced you to, remember now, you only need to have 3 basic knives. Your chef knife, your serrated edge knife, and your paring knife. And from that, you can build your entire supply, your entire repertoire of knives that you think you will need. But those are the 3 basics that you will need to be a good home cook. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.